homeboy ain't in my house. He ain't around my kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I hate to like try to tear up what people think, but bro, I'm not checking to my wife's phone. I'm not checking to see what my wife do. If my wife says she's going out with her friends, then I trust that that's what she's going to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sitting around clocking her. I don't own her. She's not a piece of property. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I still have to be
Facts.
who I am. I still have to remain true to who I am. And that's what, you know what I'm saying? That's what matters. But now, like I said, if you try to
Facts.
control a woman,
And you're a good man. And you're a good man. And you give great content. And you encourage me and my family. And I see you encourage the LGBT community. I see you encourage people who are Christians who say crazy stuff. I've seen you encourage black women. I ain't gonna let nobody tear you down on my watch. All them other jokers could kick rocks. And that's why I wish we had platforms where we could be in the room. You feel me? Where we can all
yeah,
sit in them chairs and then have a
we're doing that.
conversation. You sit right across. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm
I
setting
want you
that
to
up right
sit
now,
right
friend.
across,
I'm setting it up right
bro.
now in
Listen, you ain't
Orlando.
even got
In
to.
Orlando, the last
You ain't even
weekend,
got to
the
pay for
weekend
me.
before the
I'm there.
elections. The weekend
Come
before
on,
the
bro.
election.
I will fly myself down. Listen, I don't like the fact that we got men who will talk crazy on an app, but then when
Facts.
you want to sit with them face to face and have the real
Fact.
conversation,
Quiet
because
crickets.
no man is going to sit there and say to somebody else, man, the way he talked to you about that. Because I'm getting up. I'm not even. I let the Lord, Yeshua, I bless your holy name. But I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna have to repent. I'm gonna have to, you know what I'm saying? We gonna definitely
We
be on
going
some
me and
Toby.
the big man have to talk about this later.
Hey, hey, you can't talk to nobody crazy like that, bruh.
I'm from
Like
Park
you
Slope,
can't.
Brooklyn. I'm still that
You
same dude.
you understand what I'm
I'm
saying?
still that
Listen,
same dude.
come on, bro. And listen, I love you, Lord. I
Listen,
love you, but
listen.
ain't no way,
I'm
bro.
that same dude to
Ain't
the
no
point. I'm that
way.
same dude to the point that, you know what I'm saying? I opened the door for somebody to walk into Wawa. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
opened it being
yeah.
courteous, and my man
Oh,
walked in. I said, "You're welcome." He said, "Whatever, bro." And I pulled him right back out the door. Right?
hey,
Come back. Shut the
and then
door.
when you said
Have a nice
when you
day.
said to him, say it to my face. He
Right.
started changing the subject, and then bro. Oh, and first of all, the guy who running the pot, no disrespect, but we know he not hands and feet. He's not that guy. You feel me, son? He not gonna go there like that. You understand? He not gonna rumble. So when y'all listen to people like him talk, I know you soft as cottonelle tissue. You's a Twinkie, but you gonna get on this app and you gonna be thug like. They
Rah
gotta
rah.
stop that, bro.
Rah rah.
They gotta stop that, bro, because they're gonna mess around with the wrong person and somebody gonna come see him. And it's weird that it's always the dudes that ain't got nobody.
No
No
one.
woman, no,
Nothing.
listen, you don't have a woman or hands, but you
Nothing.
talking crazy. I just don't get it. I
Hey,
don't
look,
get it.
and here's the funny thing
I
about it,
don't
right?
get it,
Here's the
bro.
funny thing about it. If we were in person and you said those things to me, right? Like quite literally, and I'm not gonna stop. My wife might check your chin. She just might. She just might. She built like that. Seen her do it before. You understand what I'm saying?
It's
And that doesn't
crazy,
make me
bro.
feel like any less of a man. I
That's
don't care.
crazy,
Bro, there's
bro.
nothing you can say that is going to affect me.
That's
Don't put your
crazy.
hands on me and me and you are square.
That's
I don't care about your
crazy,
mouth.
bro. Come on, B. Like you're not built like that. And the sad thing is, we're trying to teach our men, our children, to become better for society, to be able to grow and build generational wealth and have healthy marriages and family and know what it's like. Because the nuclear family is not based on the role; it's based on the unity because I could do the dishes, she could work a job, I could take the kids to the park, she could take the kids to the park. It's based on unity. The problem is we don't teach cohesion. We teach division, we
Yeah.
teach gossip, we
We
teach somebody
teach
got to be running
what
stuff.
we
Like, come
teach
on.
is rugged individualism. And that is what I was trying to get back to. That's what I said. Let's circle back to the history of all of this. Let's
Come on,
circle
man.
back
Oh, they
to
don't
how
want to
this
go there.
idea of nuclear family, you know what I'm saying? And each you know what I'm saying, each man for themselves. Like let's circle back to how these things began. He said, "Oh, I don't want to talk about white supremacy." Then we not really
Yeah,
talking.
yeah.
If we
You
not
don't want to
talking
talk
about
about the master's manners.
thank you.
The
You can't
master's
use you
manners.
can't use the
Come
master's
on,
tools
bro.
to build your
Come on,
house.
bro. Come on, bro. And like, and see, that's why I remember last time I was on a conversation with you, and people was getting mad at me because I will always reference. Let me tell you something. I'm born in America, but I'm Nigerian and Jamaican. I don't
Yep.
care what you say. When I get in my house, my grandfather, I'll be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm American, baby. Rock out. I joined the Navy. So let me tell you something. You understand? You're Jamaican and Nigerian first. And I'm like, well, I was born here. You know, my cousin, he said, I don't give a damn what they say. Because he was always drilling me, right? Like, you got value. And then what happened? I went to Jamaica, I went to Nigeria, and then I realized my value went like this. It
Bro,
doesn't
that's
mean
the
that
other
I don't
problem.
love.
That's the other problem. Homeboy up that was hosting, he ain't never been nowhere, bro. I done been in 19 countries.
Hey, bro. Hey, listen. When he was talking, even when he got aggressive, I was like, yeah, he can't get worked out. It's not even. And I'm not, listen, for those who are watching, I'm not saying it from a violent standpoint. I'm saying it from a standpoint of he not that guy. When you got to go, when you say stuff like, man, no, like,
Yo, my man got so. Hey, listen. Shout out to Voodoo Bay. Shout out to Voodoo Bay. My man was mad emotional. He was emotional.
Mad emotional, bro. And
mad
what I don't
emotional.
understand is you're not getting a good black woman.
Nah.
You're not getting one.
Nah, he might. Listen, he better go find him. He better go find him a foreigner from somewhere that don't. Yeah.
She going pimp slap. You're not that guy. And I get it. On this app, people have differences. They don't get along with everybody. I know that people don't like me, but I don't care. So for me, it's different. And I do get criticized a lot. I take the criticism. I have no problem with it. And I always tell people there are three things, like ACC basketball. You know what I'm saying? Me and my wife as one, my children, and my church family. If you don't like me, I'm good. Plus, you don't make my money from me, so there's nothing for me to really be mad at. Why are we getting in arguments instead of getting to solutions? Right. The solution is, how can I better love my wife and kids? How can I prepare myself for marriage? How, as a man, can I have emotional intelligence that when I get into a relationship with a woman who has a strong personality, how can I love her and at the same time have great moments where I might be able to guide her? Because here's the thing: if your money defines you as a husband, you'll never be a good husband.
No,
and let me put myself on Front Street. When I was making the biggest bag, I was the worst husband in the world.
Absolutely, me too. Same, bro.
Same.
Right, never home.
The worst. And I realized that I was losing my daughters, I was losing my sons, I was losing my wife because I thought I had to do everything. And I'll never forget sitting in therapy and my daughter, Julia, letting them know, she's like, I love my dad. I just wish you gave me more time. He's trying to control. He's trying to be a businessman. You can't business your family. No. Like you can't.
Bro, I learned the hard way. Same thing with me.
Why are we making stuff up like we ballers? Like, yo, I got a teenage daughter that I think sometimes is so intimidating to the point where I try to go a little rougher and she can match it. And I'm like, but then I realize I'm failing her when I do that. Mm-hmm. We don't give our daughter safe space.
Right.
Like if I would never want my daughter to marry you because you want a mommy,
right,
who gives you sex.
Right.
You want a mommy to smash. That sounds
bro. Y'all mad weird. That's the point. Y'all mad weird.
It's like, come on, man. It's like that's scary, bro. And because when he was talking,
what they call it, Oedipus.
Hey, bro, listen.
My man got mad mommy issues. That's the only thing that I can think of.
Mommy issues. And then the thing that makes it weird is you got the whole Steve Urkel vibe, and then you're trying to be a thug. And it's like when somebody see you in person, and listen, y'all, I want to say this and I don't want nobody to be mad. I'm just giving you facts. The majority of the men who have these podcasts make less than 100,000. They're not taller than 5'7".
That part.
And they can't. My son said, and they can't fight. They got no hands. That's just weird to me, bro. Like you should not degrade a woman, and there are women who would work them out. And I'm not even talking physically. I'm talking mentally, because she's gonna start talking about, well, I work and you work. Why can't you take the trash out sometimes?
Facts.
Keyword sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Why can't you drop the kids off? Why can't you take them to school? Why can't you help them with this? Why can't you? And then he gonna sit there because I'm a man. That sounds stupid.
Bro, I cook dinner every single night. And because I cook dinner every single night, right? I do the grocery shopping because I know what ingredients I need. That's what I'm saying, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen, that makes me. You know how many that majority of master chefs are men. So because I cook, I'm less of a man. Bro, you don't make sense.
And why can't I be sensitive? Why can't I be a big dude that when I'm out there in the world dealing with all the BS I got to deal with as being a black man, you got to struggle as a black woman. Why can't we come home and have inner peace and then add to both of our peace together?
And I tried to say that.
Rub your face? Oh, they were
This supposed
killing
to
you
add
with
to my
that.
peace.
They were killing you. It was so bad. It was all women talking about Preach, Team Jones, and they hated you after that.
I didn't watch the comments. I couldn't see him because the way the boxes were lined up.
It was crazy. And then they was giving all of this stuff, and then he was getting all the love as far as the likes and all that. And he was like, I got to get him out of here. He's cutting into my checks. That's literally what he was really doing. Let's have that hard conversation. Yeah. He was cutting into his money. That's the part. That's why I can't do podcast shows. Cause I'm gonna be terrible.
Now, if I wasn't on this platform, I'd probably be a little more, you know what I'm saying, like rugged, a little more sturdy, a little more thorough. You know what I'm saying? If I wasn't on this platform. But for the most part, I'm not going to let a person like that get me off my square, bro. There's nothing you can say to me to hurt me. Bro, I've been to therapy so much. I've unpacked so much of my own bullshit that there's nothing you can say to me that's going to move me.
Message Jones, just ask the questions. Are you married? Do you have a woman in your life? Do you have a good relationship with your kids? How much do you make? Since we're talking six figures a lot, how much do you make? I can show you my financial portfolio. Let me see yours.
Right.
When you start having them kind of conversations, then it changes into a whole nother thing. And then it turns into user beta male. No. Somebody wife working 19 years and then turning around, getting her retirement, making sure she got a check for life, then going down to the VA and because I listen, I make very good money, still fill out a disability form. Judge me. You understand what I'm saying?
No, bro, you earned that.
you earned that.
What do you mean?
Then I get all these things taken care of for me and my family. You gonna sit here and judge me because I know how to make an omelet?
Right.
I know how to flip that thing.
Right.
I know how to rub my wife's feet. I know how to take care of my kids. I know how to say, you know what, babe, go ahead and go on a trip with your girls.
Bro, once upon a time, I was in them streets. Once upon a time, I was in that kitchen with the pot and the baking soda. I'm not going to tell y'all how to make it, but once upon a time, I was a different bro.
And always worried about a baby mama, future baby mama. You were always worried about getting locked up. Always, being in the streets is work.
Right.
Like, why can't we tell the truth? If you got mad shorties, it's mad work. It's mad. You trying to figure out who you calling, who you thinking about. You always worrying about that phone call late at night or somebody crying, talking about now you got to be somebody's daddy. And then, or you thinking about getting shot, getting robbed, standing on the corner. It's a lot of work. Please stop acting like being a hoe and a hustler is easy. It's not. A street hustler and a hoe is a lot of work. It ain't never give a good return, and the streets is undefeated. For all y'all, it's undefeated.
Listen,
right, come on, man.
Fam, if you never been to Rikers, you're not really thugging it. I promise you.
And I've been locked up. And I've been to Rikers.
If you've never been to Rikers, you're not who you think you are.
Let me keep it a buck. Scared out of my mind, hoping somebody don't rape my behind, fighting every day, crying at night. Lord, if I get up out of here. And I went to the program. Remember the old program where you either go to jail or you go to the military?
Oh, yeah,
Listen, bro. Listen, ain't no pride over here, dog. I was gone. Like, y'all sitting over here frying. That's why I get mad at cats when they be lying. Cats been there's a difference between a dude who doing life versus the dude who got a chance to get out. The dude who's doing life will murk you, beat you up, take all your stuff. Trust me, I know.
Don't care. He already in.
Don't care.
He already in.
So oh my God, I'm so mad about that conversation. And then to listen to these dudes that was talking, you know they ain't never had no hands put on them. So when you say that, I'm listening to them talk to you crazy, and I'm like, yo, I know Mr. Jones will give out hands and feet. And I'm like, and I'm gonna keep saying his name. He can call it what he want. Akbar was getting on my nerve. Right. He was just being disrespectful.
You notice I gave him almost no play, no attention.
None.
Bro, he's a child. None. He's a child. None. I don't talk to listen, I say this all the time, bro. I say this all the time. I don't argue with other people's children. Like, argue with your mom and dad, bro. I don't argue with other people's kids.
Notice everybody was single on that platform.
Every single one of them.
Make it make sense, bro. You have no woman.
But here's the thing though. If you spent more time listening to what women want and have to say and less time telling them what they want and telling them what they need, you could probably solve that problem. Just maybe.
And you listen, I'm gonna say it right now. Your boy who ran that, his name Bruh, he an apron guy. He's a fresh omelet in the morning, rub your feet. Yes, baby, I love you, dear guy. He's that guy. He's fronting because he want to be saturated by them other guys.
Oh yeah,
When a
yeah, yeah,
man
yeah.
is when a man is wounded, he will revert to the image of a man he will never be. So like I was always intense, always wanted to be a street. I was trying to be like the nerdy guys. I just wasn't good enough for it. And it never worked for me. And it always made me look awkward. When you see a man do this, and if for anybody watching this, because me and Mr. Jones talk about, we always give answers. You start out healthy. You get wounded. When you get wounded, you get bitter. When you get bitter, you get controlling. When you get
Mhm.
controlling, you become paranoid. The paranoia comes from the woman breaking away from the control you wanted. So what has to happen is you have to get healed. If you don't go to therapy, if you don't go to counseling, you don't get a life coach, don't get a mentor, you're never going to get to the place to see it. And then you got to get a man who is where you want to be. That's why I tell young men all the time, hang around a married man. Because a married man will help you to understand the process of how it's going to look when you have a family, what it looks
Right.
like to be on the other side. And guess what? Your challenges are good problems now. You fighting over who's going to sign up for the PTA. You
Hey yo,
fighting over who's going to drop the kid off to
I
the
made a
game.
shirt for him. I made a shirt for him last night, bro. Give me just 2 seconds. I'm gonna put it
Yeah,
on the screen. Give me two
yeah,
seconds. I'm gonna put it on the.
yeah. I just want to say while he's getting that up right now, guys, it's important for you as a man to value personal emotional intelligence. If you get emotional intelligence and you get healed as a man, as a man. You are more angry at yourself than you are at women. But if you don't deal with your own emotions, you won't grow. That's just the reality of it. Let me see the t-shirt, man.
All right, bro. This is specifically for my man. Hey
That's
yo,
dirty though.
check out the
That's dirty
merch.
though. That is
Check
dirty
out the
right there,
merch.
fam.
Link is in the bio.
Bio. Link is in the bio.
Link is in the bio.
Straight. Somebody said on my
Check
side.
it
Somebody
out.
said, "Show
Hey
the
yo, you know what?
target."
I might, bro. Real talk. Real talk. I might just send him one. I might just send him one. Like, here you go, fam.
Ooh,
Here you go.
ooh.
Here you go. Here you
I'm
go.
a cash. I'm a cash app him $1 though. I gotta help him out.
Look, even if he's taller than me, which I doubt, but even if he is, right? but but even if he is, he'll never. You know what I'm saying? He'll always be looking up to me. I promise you.
On God, he will, bro. It's crazy, bro.
I
It's
promise
like
you.
watching men who are broken get a this is when people won't tell the truth on. This platform has helped so many broken men come together. It's ridiculous.
Oh yeah,
It's like, and they're all in the same group. They're
and they're
all
dangerous.
men. If you
The
see
very
they
first time we sat down, we talked about this. The very first time that we, you know what I'm saying, ever hopped on a live, we talked about this.
have you seen
You know what I'm
Andrew
saying?
Tate when he was younger?
Nah, short and
Straight
fat.
square, straight square,
Oh, of course.
straight Russ. He was a Russell Wilson until he got poisoned. Straight square. If you look at Fresh and Fit, squares, they were all squares, and then they criticized Russell Wilson for being a square, but you actually are just like him. What you had did was you lost the purity of being able to be loved and cared for and be able to be yourself as a man, and you tried to turn into this fake masculinity while trying to sound like you have intellectual prowess, but you don't. You really don't understand how to love somebody. You don't understand what it's like to sacrifice for your kids or care for somebody. You just want to be on a platform where you could talk and talk about people. And guess what? Russell Wilson is not a square. He's a straight up prince. Hey, baby,
Yo, that's
you need me to get off? Yes, ma'am. I love you. Okay, baby. I'm sorry.
yeah, that's a
My
man.
wife had chemo today.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Oh, okay, okay.
yeah,
Well,
yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I'm
So
saying?
you see what I'm saying?
All the
But
love, for that. You know what I'm saying? All
you
the
already
love,
know what it
all the
is.
love.
And so it's like,
I'll speak to the ancestors on y'all behalf.
come on, Doc. So my family and my sons watch that and they're teenage boys and they're going, but that's not reality. And you know why they know it's not reality? Because they see me every day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm studying for this next exam. I'm trying to take it to the next level because like right now I'm frustrated because I have to partner with people who have better resources, and it's always, I'll get back to you, I might help you, we might da da da, we might they might do this, and then I go to myself, but if I would have worked a little bit harder over here with my mind, if I'd have put a little more effort over here with my structure, I wouldn't even have to worry about that.
Right.
I wouldn't have to think about that, be afraid of that. And watching my wife battle ovarian cancer and see her have to be home and now my love is deeper, because now my love is not, you can't give me anything.
Right.
There's nothing you could do for me to make me better, because I have finances. We've had kids. We do that. So now it's really predicated on the choice of being a good husband.
Yeah.
It makes me feel good. And then it's a good redeemer for me, because there are times I might have got upset here, said some stupid things here, done some things wrong here. And now it gives me a chance to love her in a way that's unimaginable. And what's crazy is, I'll tell you this, and I'll probably have to go in a second, but I'll never forget my wife saying to me while she was laying in the bed struggling with chemo, she said, I'm sorry I can't make love to you. I'm sorry that I can't help you with the kids. I'm sorry. I'm thinking, you're battling something that could take your life, and you're more concerned about me. See, they don't know that that's the best type of love.
Right.
You can't control that. You can't make somebody give you that. That's a blessing from God, bro. Yahshua giving you somebody that will care for you that way. You can't pay for that.
No.
So you trying to control somebody is stupid.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
now
ridiculous.
very early on, you know what I'm saying? Because you got to remember, you know what I'm saying? Like our oldest child is 21. Very early on, you know what I'm saying? Because of patriarchal, you know what I'm saying, belief system or ideology that is, you know, taught to us from a very young age, as not just as men, but as people that live in the United States, right? Like
right.
as a man in the United States, like, you think that you are supposed to sit on this throne as the king, and that people are supposed to, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, bow down to your
every whim,
beck and call or whatever, to your whim and stuff like that. And so there was a point in time I wasn't like necessarily like that, right? But I did, in fact, you know what I'm saying, I was controlling to an extent. I wanted everything to look a certain way, and, you know what I'm saying, to be a certain way, and to be talked to a certain way, and this, that, and the third. And I used to walk around mad, bro. Like, I used to walk around mad. But guess what? I realized nobody gave a shit about me being mad but me. I was walking around mad in my feelings. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else looking at me like I'm crazy. They don't give a shit.
At all.
What's up, Jen? What's up,
At
everybody
all.
that said hello?
What up? Hey, shout out to all the people on your side. I can't see, man. I appreciate y'all watching this good brother, man. He's a blessing. You feel me? So yeah, what I understand is, let me ask this tough question. Why do you even sometimes subscribe to even go on there? Like,
So
why even go on those platforms?
If my man wouldn't have so somebody sent it to me yesterday and was like, yo, he keeps booting everybody out. Can you come talk to him? And I'm like, all right. So, you know what I'm saying? I go in there and talk to him, and he boots me. After that clip, he clipped me and posted it. I'm like, bro, you crazy? Like, you just made yourself look like a whole clown. So,
well, I told you about laying like that. Sit up.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I made a response video this morning, and typically I don't even respond to these people. But I'm like, I know you're not about to sit here and try to clout chase off my name, bro.
Facts. Well, that's what he did.
So, yeah, he definitely did. He definitely did. So, you know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, I went on there today, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what we doing now?
Yeah.
Like, you kicked me out of the box and then tried to use me to gain, you know what I'm saying, to gain traction.
He did. And what's interesting was he was comfortable with it.
Oh, yeah. And I'm the one who's not a real man.
He was super comfortable.
Didn't even have the huevos, bro. Didn't even have the cojones to tag me in the video.
Yeah, he was doing the most. And what I found to be offensive the most was the fact that every time you tried to give him, you gave them basic advice, right?
Very
real
basic.
World problems.
Very
and then
basic.
It was
this is not rocket science.
It was like, man, get out of here with that. Don't try to help me. Don't make me a better man.
So I knew that.
Don't make me a good leader. Don't make me somebody who could respect my wife and my kids. You ready? I can't find the keys real quick. I don't know, bro. I just want to say thank you. Let me get off here and take this girl to school, but
All right.
to
I love
work,
you, brother. Hey, listen, I'm a DM you again. Hit me up when you're not busy.
I know,
One day this week.
I know. I got you, my dude.
All right, bro. Much
Peace.
love. Peace.
Yeah.
The guest box should be open if anybody wants to hop in and talk. Let's do that.
Long time no see, buddy. How's it going?
You know, I've been chilling. Been chilling.
Jones.
Hanging out. What's up, Alicia?
I came in
my
after
man.
you left.
You did what now?
I was in there after you left. I came in after you left.
Oh,
You let
okay.
me come on. Tell me why this man tried to tell me, a deployed combat vet, how the military works. He really
He's never been in the military.
He's never been in the military. So my petty ass, every time he tried to tell me something, I was like, oh, I didn't know you served. Thank you for your service. Oh, I didn't know you served. Thank you for your service. But he wouldn't say nothing back to that.
Mm-hmm.
But no, when I came on.
That's how you do it.
Yeah, when I came on, I told him because the reason why I even started bringing up the military is because him and the other dude with the little thingy on his head was like, they were like, how do you, because I said, like, we both protect each different ways you can protect each other. And he was like, the dude with the thing on his head was like, well, if someone broke into your house, how do you protect him? And I said, well, this is the way things work for us, right? So I'll run you through the drills that we run through in our house. So both of us own firearms. Both of us are highly trained on our firearms. If someone breaks in, yes, he's going to go downstairs immediately and assess the actual threat. Whereas I'm going to run to our
How often are
daughter's
people
room.
breaking in folks' houses, though? Why we keep creating these scenarios that almost never happen?
I don't know. But
Right?
I said I would run to our daughter's rooms. And he said, well, you're not protecting him. Actually, yes, I am. Because in order for him to properly assess the situation downstairs, he needs to be in the right mindset. And the perfect mindset for him to be in is knowing that his kids are good and aren't going to accidentally run downstairs and be caught in any type of dangerous situation, right? So he's good. His mind is focused on target, because he knows everything upstairs is taken care of.
Right.
And he's like, that's not how it works in the military.
Hey, give me a sad face. Give me a sad face if anybody's ever broke into your house. Give me a happy face if that's never happened. If anybody's ever broken into your house while you was home, give me a sad face.
I've broken into houses when I was younger and I was about that. My name. No, I didn't change my name. This is the backup account that I just made a month ago, but my main account 100% got permanently banned like Monday. And as I'm telling you guys, just like Jones said that he would try to do like the magic that he does and possibly see if my main account can come back. But if not, that's why I was just telling him just now that I appreciate the fact that he's going to try to help. I already wrote it off, but other mutuals were like, talk to Mr. Jones. He could probably help you. So that's what I did, reach out to him. So we'll just see what happens. And no matter what happens, I appreciate the fact that he did take the time to try to help. But anyway, Monday I got like fully banned Monday morning for anybody who's confused about the name.
I got
this
you, bro. And tomorrow
Why-
I'll make a video and put the email link in there so that everybody else can, because if I try to post a video now, it won't get any traction. But like tomorrow around 11 a.m., I'll post another video.
I'll actually have free time tomorrow. Tomorrow's like tomorrow and this weekend is like the last days I'm gonna have of free time for I don't know how long since I took a position with the state. So yeah, I don't know. But anyway, I don't know exactly who you guys were talking about. Somebody already said you had a video.
Just go watch my videos, bro.
Yeah,
go watch my video.
I'm gonna have to go back and see. But if it's anything about disinformation, you know what I was saying before. Like shit, can't allow all this disinformation from people. We got to cut people off.
It's sad. It's sad. Weak people. I don't even like calling people weak, or not weak. It's hurt people. Hurt people, and they were some hurt people. They seem to have gotten hurt a lot in their lives.
Hurt people.
Yeah, hurt. They're hurt. Somebody hurt them bad.
And you guys were speaking about the military and stuff. I
No.
served and I actually deployed twice. And I don't even talk about that because my little 4 years means nothing to people who are actually in right now, and especially how long ago it was. It means nothing to people who are serving right now or people who have done 20 years. So, yeah, I don't like that either when people just randomly start talking about military.
There's a whole
this
lot of
and that.
emotional damage going on in there, friend. A whole
Jones,
lot.
when I say
They need to
you
talk to their
have
therapist. They need an appointment with a therapist ASAP.
You have so much grace, because when I say, like, so first of all, the only reason I found it was because I'm at my mom's, and my mom was still talking about you. So I sent you the share or whatever, because I was like, wait a minute, like, how are you not understanding what he's saying?
Look,
and
he spent the entire, like, he did his live today just so he could think, just so, you know what I'm saying, he could try to debunk the things that I said yesterday. That's why he posted the video this morning. That's why he tried to do what he tried to do tonight or this afternoon. Bro, if you got any little creepers in here watching, you're not built like that, friend. I'm not the smoke you want.
You and your friend,
because I'm you want at all.
I'm gonna tell you one thing.
Not.
Just off GP, old dude with the little doobie on his head, if I saw him on the street, I'd probably knock him out just off the fact that he made that dumbass comment about.
Ain't nobody worried about him, man.
I wanted to knock him out through the phone. I was screaming at the phone like, what did he just say?
Hey, listen, I barely give him any airways, man. I barely gave him any airways. Hey, listen, I got other people trying to come up, so let me.
Oh, I'm about to back out.
I'll jump out. Let me also say just now, I'm not going to say any names of anybody, but somebody reached out to me earlier about getting bullied on here. And they're talking about people who I'm also mutuals with. And I know they were mutuals with, and they talk to all the time and stuff like that. And I just wanted to say real quick, everybody's adults on here. Nobody has to get on here and start bullying people and clicking up with your friend groups and start jumping on one particular. But don't come on now. Like, if y'all are over the age of 18, and I'm gonna keep it 100. I got mutuals on here that I respect, even though they're half my age, that are like 18, 19, 20. And when they get started, they won't stop, and they'll click up and stuff, and they'll keep fucking with people and shit. But there's a difference between getting on here and talking shit back and forth to somebody and clicking up with your friends separately and jumping on somebody and bullying. Like, if you're grown, don't be part of that type of behavior. I'm just saying, no matter who it is, no matter what it's about, unless somebody's touching children or there's some real wobbles, because I can't stand those people anymore, or the racists. Aside from those type of people, don't get all your friends together and jump on somebody and make them so stressed out that they're reaching out to anybody they can because they don't know what to do because they're being bullied. It's weird.
Right.
Be adults on here.
Listen,
all right. Thanks for having me on, Jones.
Yeah. Thank you. Just to build on that real quick, Daddy White Supremacy is always watching us. Quite literally, Daddy White Supremacy is always watching us. And so if you can, if at all possible, make sure that you handle those types of disagreements offline so that people don't see us attacking other folks in our own community.
So this guy you guys are talking about, is he like an Andrew Tate clone or some shit?
Yeah,
like,
no, he thinks he's the next Kevin Samuels, but ain't nobody paying attention to him.
that's pretty wild.
Like I said, he tried to gain some clout by using me, but it didn't work out the way he thought it was going to work out. What's going on, Brian? Jade, Jade, I'll be with you in just a second. I just didn't get to say hello to this friend yet, so
no problem. What's going on, man?
What's going on?
I saw you the other day on there, and you was just speaking straight facts. And I think what really pissed me off, I was getting heated even though I wasn't in there, because he wouldn't even actually let you talk. And I'm a retired military myself, so
thank you for your service, friend.
Oh, same to you too. I was like, I can't believe what this dude is saying. And then the way he disrespected, what was that lady's name? Alicia that was on there? I was like, dude, evidently he's never been in the military, because yes, there's roles, but like you said, it's a partnership. Like, I was married for 17 years. It's a partnership. If I get home first, I'm going to start cooking. I mean, everyone works.
That part. That part.
I mean, there is no. I mean, there is. I
Yo,
don't. I don't. I
the
don't.
air conditioning broke at my house. Now, typically, I can fix almost anything, right?
Yeah.
But what was going on with it, I couldn't fix. So I had to call the air conditioning guy. I live in a place where it's hot all year long.
Were you in Texas like me?
No, I'm in Florida.
Oh,
you know what I'm
shit,
saying?
okay.
AC people backed up. They backed up. So they're like, yo, we can't come out for like 3 or 4 days. I said, no problem. I called up, you know what I'm saying, the Hilton Vacation Club down the street. I'm like, yo, I need to, you know what I'm saying, a week stay at the vacation club. Her birthday was like July 30th or whatever. I'm like, here, you and the kids just go to the vacation club. I'll sweat it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just that's how you keep things peaceful in your home.
Exactly. Like,
And these
like
things
I said,
shouldn't be. These things should not. You know what I'm saying? Be hard to figure out. Like I said, this isn't rocket science.
How
like
the
I said,
fuck
like
are,
he kept saying Rose. I was like, dude, it's right. I'm in my head like it's not Rose. It's a teamwork and it's a partnership. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got divorced and I got with my girl now, well, my ex girl now, but she was good at fixing shit around the house like she does. She's like a carpenter. I don't know how to patch no fucking walls. I would call somebody.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
You know what I'm saying? But if he patches walls, hey, cool, bet. What supplies you need? I'll go get it.
Right? Yeah, I'll run down to the Lowe's. What you need?
This actually speaks to the commodification of relationships under capitalism, because
that's what I was trying to talk about, but they didn't want to have that conversation though.
Yeah, you're essentially, it's basically
you're placing
just
worth on that individual based on their labor.
Yeah, it's literally individualism within a relation. Like, I imagine the shitception of it, right? It's individualism within a nuclear family concept, which is based off of more individualism. So you're an island within a fucking island, right? And so you have this fucking concept of the commodification of relationships where it's like, nah, I'm going to do me and you're going to do you. And like, if you don't do for me, then I'm going to get mad at you.
Yeah.
When in reality,
let me allow the young lady to speak. I hope I didn't misgender you, Jade.
Oh, no, you're fine.
Okay. What would you like to add?
Oh, I wanted to tell you thank you for how you handled that entire situation. These kind of conversations are why I'm taking an extended break from the app, because I realized it messes with your brain when you consume it. And also, I'm in a position where I grew up in the West Indies, but I was born American, and I understand now why my parents chose to leave America to raise us there. And what I'm realizing, looking at this app recently, is that there's something called blood memory that unfortunately Black Americans have been, it's being diluted because of the proximity to white supremacy and the patriarchy.
Correct.
And there's a lot of, how should I explain? The people in the Caribbean have been able to connect with African retention and our indigenousness because after, emancipation, for the most part, the Europeans left. So we could reconnect, we could reestablish, we could recreate our culture. And a lot of the things that are indigenous to African nature is egalitarianism, is, you do what needs to be done. It's not gender-based. In fact, gender is a spectrum in like indigenous and African cultures. So I was baffled.
Please give this young lady. Gift this young lady.
I was baffled by it before, because since the pandemic, this is the first time since we left that I have come back. I mean, after college, that I've come back as an adult to just live in America, because I've been traveling so much. And I started feeling like a dark presence on my soul, because I'm like, this doesn't feel right. But it shouldn't feel right, because my blood is a beacon telling me where I need to go. Your blood memory is a map, and it's also a key. It leads you where you need to go, and it opens the doors that need to be open. And if we still listen to patriarchy and white supremacy, we're never going to
Never
be
have we'll
fulfilled.
never have a community.
Exactly. We'll never be fulfilled. This individual,
Never.
transactional, awarding merit to someone based on their task is ridiculous. That's not indigenous to us. So we're always going to fight. We're always going to be caught in this cycle because this is not who we are. And people, if I could just say one thing to everybody, you are valuable simply because you exist. Okay? That's it. That's all you have to do to be valuable.
Oh.
And I hate what white supremacy has done to us, to the point where we're being robbed of some of the most beautiful aspects of humanity, which is relationships with each other. The way, something very simple. This is something very simple that I noticed today. I know everybody's talking about Nope and Keke Palmer and Danielle Kaluuya. And all the comments are like, oh my God, I need them to be together for real. And it hurt me because I'm like, can a man and a woman not just enjoy each other's company without it being romanticized? Or like, we're robbing ourselves of a 3D human experience because we're just buying into this binary experience of whiteness, and I hate it for us.
You are willing to strip everything about our culture, everything about our heritage. We're willing to strip ourselves down, you know what I'm saying, and literally relegate ourselves to this idea that was never created for us.
Ever.
We existed for millennia as a communal natured people. The African proverb, it takes a village to raise a child, literally means that we have to all collectively work together in order for our children to grow up in a safe and harmonious environment. Period.
And I have a lot of respect for him. I'm not a man bashing person at all, because I feel like it would be disrespectful to my ancestors and also to my dad, who was a pastor, who raised us by him and let my mom, but when my mom made it clear she wanted to, be a career woman, he didn't stand in her way. He said he always wanted someone to be home with his kids. And you know what he did? He quit his job, started a business so that he could be home with his children. And if you meet my dad, he's a powerful man, and no one would ever call him effeminate, ever. But for me, the way he modeled masculinity to me was servitude, was protection, was comfort, was empathy, was compassion, was kindness. He's a father to many.
Facts.
And I have no problem sharing my dad with people because I'm like, to me, this is what God feels like with skin on. And he made me see God in myself too. So I am so determined to spend my life trying to embrace people and model what our true nature is supposed to be like. It's not about bashing each other on the internet in public, because like you said, Zaddy white supremacy is always watching. I refuse to give him entertainment. So that's why when I see men like, what's his name, Black Guru, it makes me sad, because he's demonstrating that he has not been educated on the systems that shackle him yet. And
I don't think, and just for the record, and the only reason I'm cutting you off, because I don't like to use other people's names or talk about people that aren't available to defend themselves. You know what I'm saying? It's just like part of the decorum of the room. But I do agree with you, however. But you can always tell, you know what I'm saying? And my dad used to tell me this all the time. The least educated person is always the loudest person in the room.
I just feel a lot of sadness. And what I'm trying to do after I come back from my break, because I do need to kind of think of how I'm going to execute this.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm trying to do is the opposite of what they seem to do. I want to highlight the things that I love, highlight the things that I see that are great, highlight the beautiful things instead of coming on here and talk about everybody who's doing wrong and pissing me off. No.
Right.
If I can saturate the place with joy, goals, aspiration, look
Empathy,
at this
compassion.
man, kids. Look at this man loving his wife. Look at this non-binary person just living freely and existing and being beautiful. If I can do that, hopefully there are like 10 people who can try to do that too. And I don't think that your one person can't make a change.
One
I don't
person
think
can absolutely make
because a ripple starts with one drop. So if I can say one last thing is, I wish all of us would be a little more intentional in how we experience people and allow people to experience us, and be mindful of your contribution to the human experience.
The human experience was not to work until you're 65 years old. You know what I'm saying? And then maybe, just maybe, if you're lucky, enjoy 5 years of retirement before you keel over and perish from this earth.
True.
The human experience was to enjoy as much of this beautiful earth that we live on and the people that occupy it.
I agree. I agree. And I really appreciate what you do. I've been watching you for...
Did we lose you? Hello? Thank you.
I thought that was a dramatic pause.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened. What's up, Toya?
Guess I got disconnected.
Is my sound a little bit better?
Way better. It's perfect now. What's going on? How are you? Oh, what happened? Why am I losing everybody?
I think TikTok's on shit again.
Oh, is it? Well, I'll let them right back up if they re-request.
Yeah, I noticed something about these, like Andrew Tate, Jordan Peterson, Ben Shapiro wannabe, like, ultra masculine dudes.
Mm-hmm.
They look like the least masculine people I've ever seen in my life.
Oh,
like,
I know. They're all, what do you call them, incels?
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah. Toya, are you there?
I am. Can you hear me better now?
I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. I didn't want to interrupt.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
You're fine.
I think about these gender roles in a marriage, right? And I've been married for 21 years, and we did not adhere to gender roles. I think what nobody really thinks about is the long term. Like, you're going to get old. You know what I mean? And so if we adhere to all of these gender terms, that leaves no room for you to get old, sick, or anything. Because what happens if my husband gets sick and he can't provide like he used to? You know what I mean? What happens if he gets hurt at work and he can't?
You're just supposed to leave him, I guess.
I mean, because, if you could leave me if I gained some weight or if I decide that I'm cooking today. I mean, it's so silly. It's just so silly, but it's also so temporary because you're not thinking of longevity. You know what I mean? Like the goal is that you and I, we get together, we have a, couple babies or two or whatever we choose to do. If we don't want to do that, cool. But it's my goal with my husband and his goal to me is for one of us to bury each other.
Right.
I want to be able to say we were one. We made it work the best way we knew how. Yes, we had some mistakes. Yes, we had some trials. Yes, we had some errors. Marriages and relationships ebb and flow.
Mm-hmm.
There are days that I know that I am the Beyonce of this house. And then other times I'm definitely the Michelle.
Michelle, my favorite though, so.
To each his own. You get me?
Yeah.
And there are times that I look at him like, okay, I really like you. And then other times I look at him like, I will punch you in the face. But that's what marriage is. But we are two imperfect people who have decided intentional love, intentional commitment, and intentional support. So if I don't feel good, what's wrong with him washing the dishes?
Right.
If he doesn't feel good, I take out the trash. I'm off the floors. Like, who cares? It's so silly and so right now. You know what I mean? Right now. And I just don't understand the point of it and where this man is coming from.
Well, these folks quite literally are going to, you know what I'm saying? So this is something I say all the time. The trash takes out itself. It really does. The trash takes out itself. These people, you know what I'm saying, will, they'll gain a little bit of traction. And, they'll get some followers, and they'll get some other, fools to run around and, regurgitate their rhetoric. But eventually, I mean, just look at Kevin Samuels. Eventually, you're an afterthought. You're an afterthought. And nobody cares what you ever did. You know what I'm saying? Like, his legacy is garbage.
Right.
Kevin Samuels' legacy is garbage. This young man, if he ever, you know what I'm saying, does have any type of legacy, it'll be much the same. I don't know how old they are or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? But they're no spring chickens themselves. Like, you know what I'm saying? And they've been around the block. So and according to their logic, they're used goods.
Well, I showed my daughters, I have 5 daughters, and I sent them all the videos, for what's going on with all this stuff. And I said, listen, everybody's at the age, like my youngest is 21.
Mm-hmm.
Please stay away from men like this.
Right. Hey, listen, if anybody hasn't seen the shirt that I made for them, I'm going to show y'all one more time, because I made this shirt for them last night. For all my short kings out there. For all my short kings out there.
Yo, why you got to do me like that, bro?
This is for you, friend.
Why you got to do me like that?
Go get you one. Go get you one. Link's in the bio. Link is in the bio. Go get you one.
I'm 5'6.5". That half does matter.
I bet it does. Go get you one.
I'm gonna drop down because I'm still at work. I just hopped on real quick just to give my little 2 cents. It burns my toast when I hear, because I have 5 daughters,
I understand.
And it scares the hell out of me. But I told him, I said, please don't get with anybody that ever says stuff like this unless you want to see your daddy go to prison. So, that's that on that. But thank you guys.
I appreciate you so much, friend. Come back and see us again.
Absolutely.
All right. Chanel, how are you?
Hi, guys. Hi. How are you?
I'm doing well. Hey, Mongo, I'm going to have to swap you out, friend.
All right, have a good one.
I'll let you back up. Go ahead, Janelle.
So I happened to be scrolling through my For You page and saw your live, and I saw the video that you did with the other gentleman where he questioned you and your spouse and the roles that each of you share in your marriage. Mm-hmm. And how frustrated he got when you were saying, well, I don't understand what you're talking about. The reason why women are not cooking for men like that is because they're working and they're tired. There's no such thing as a boob. And he coincidentally, has a live and he's discussing the same topic. And it doesn't appear that this gentleman is understanding that because we are so heavily conditioned by our elders in our family, that the woman's role is to clean the house and take care of the babies and cook the food, and the man's role is to pay the bills, and when something's broken, he's got to fix it. We are so heavily conditioned by our elders to believe such things that none of us seem to really pay attention to the fact that it is a give and take regardless to gender. And so there's a constant conversation. If you notice, when you're dating someone new, the very first question they want to ask you is, well, what do you bring to the table? But no one ever really considers the concept of the two of us building the table first.
Facts. Like, can we get the materials together?
Exactly. Everyone wants to rush to the whole, well, let me put something on the table. Well, who said that there was one? Who said that there was one? You have to put in that work as a unit. It's not about genders. And people have to stop looking at it as, oh, it's the woman's responsibility to do this. It's the man's responsibility to do that. In my relationship, when my man is struggling with something, I'm not going to add to his struggle by saying, well, you need to figure it out. Well, you need to work it out. And I'm going to just do me. If I see that there is something that he needs help with, I'm going to make an effort to help him and give him that push that he needs and support him and pick up whatever it is that he's not able to pick up at the moment. It doesn't mean that he's less of a man because he's not able to do it at that present moment. But all that means is that he's a human being, and human beings struggle. And as adults, we get into a rut sometimes. And it's not fair to men, because men are the biggest ones that are neglected and disrespected next to Black women.
Absolutely.
That's why there's so many men out here who have such pent up aggression and anger. And rather than being given the opportunity to express it and let go of that trauma, they're told, you got to buck up, toughen up.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, I heard the same rhetoric, but like I said, you have to deconstruct, you have to unpack, you have to put in the work. Like, this takes time. It takes therapy. And I'm always advocating that we normalize therapy, especially as Black men in the Black community, because Black men, you know what I'm saying, especially over the last 50 to 60 years, have gone out of their way because our own communities were destroyed, right? Because our communities were destroyed. We went out of our way to attach ourselves to the highest rungs of white supremacy that we could in order to reestablish, you know what I'm saying, that same level of comfortability we had within our own communities. But we're never going to be able to build our houses with you know what I'm saying, our oppressors' tools. We're never going to be able to do it. It's not going to happen. And one thing where I knew all the way that, you know what I'm saying, like, we couldn't have a real conversation is when I heard him tell the other guest, this is my platform, you're on my live. Like, you know what I'm saying, Disaster Girl's been with me literally since the beginning of me doing this. I promise you, I've never had to say that to anybody. Never once. I've never had to remind anybody where they were.
Well, his response,
what's understood doesn't have to be said.
His response, as I watched it, was just him being frustrated with the fact that your response to his question wasn't in alignment with what he wanted. And that is another thing that people need to get out of the habit of doing, of thinking that because you have an opinion about one thing, my response has to be congruent with yours. It doesn't. That is the purpose behind freedom of speech. I can have a difference of opinion. We can have a difference of opinion, and there not be any kind of conflict. You know, don't get mad at me or decide to call me out my name or just completely dismiss me simply because we have a disagreement of opinion. That's not how this works.
Yeah, it was so clear. It was so clear that what was bothering him was the conversation wasn't going the way he anticipated it. And I challenge everyone, like, you're going to have a better life if you get into even conversations more open-ended. Because every time you reacted and just said your thing, it's like his rage was building, like, out of nowhere. And, you know, I think that getting together with someone is scary. And I think that people, I know I do, I need some kind of novelty in my life. Ren, your hair looks amazing. This is a novelty I need. I need things to switch up and be different all of a sudden. So if I'm getting with someone, and that means it's like a sentence, like a death sentence, and I'm gonna have to do all of these tasks every day, and we can't ever have a day where like, I can't do this, screw it, we're doing something else. Like, who wants to be involved in that? And I think that speaks to that man's personal dating record, which is apparently trash. You've been with your wife for 20 years.
Well, that's all these people with these high value men mentalities that they've adopted from Kevin Samuels, who was the biggest hypocrite of them all, as we found out, because Kevin Samuels was the big advocate for, oh, well, you need to be this weight and this height, and you can't have kids already, and you can't be married, can't have any divorces, things like that. But what did we end up finding out about this man? That he was a fraud, that he didn't make the money that he claimed he made, and he died having sex with. So don't sit here. I'm a big girl, okay? I ain't gonna sit here and hide it. I am 345 pounds of beautiful, okay? That woman was a big woman, okay? We probably the same weight, but I digress. The point of it is, he wanted so badly for people to be on his side and share his views with something, Kevin Samuels. And he was a misogynistic asshole who did not have the respect that he should have for women, primarily Black women. Anytime a Black woman got on his platform and asked him for advice, his response was immediately to shoot her down, to say that her value depended upon whether or not she had ever given birth. And if she had ever given birth to any children by another man, that therefore her value has decreased because she's given another man children, and therefore she's not worth anything to the next man. It's sick. People with that high value mentality, they need to get out of it. It's toxic. It doesn't do anything. If you as a person, okay, if you as a person know that you're a good person, you're kind, you're loving, you're giving, you can be a support system to your partner. That's the important thing. It's not about how much money you make, what car you drive, where you live, how many kids you have. Hell, I live in Maryland. I'm from Baltimore. I can't get away from a guy who already has kids. Then it's everywhere. So am I not going to talk to this person because he already has children? That's not fair. I was in an on and off relationship with a man for 8 years, and he has 2 children from a previous relationship. But I loved him to death, and it didn't stop me. So to have that logic in saying that that person's value is not where it should be because they already have children with someone is asinine, and it's not right.
No, I feel you. What's going on, Ren?
Oops. Gosh, I keep doing that.
Office situation. What is this new office? It looks crazy cozy.
I know. I'm trying to. Yes, I am listening, but I already totally agree because men need to be reined in. But yes, this is my new office, you guys. Look at me being an adult and all professional.
I see you.
I already got to.
Hey guys, mods, do me a favor. Can you guys run through who's actually in the live? You know what I'm saying? And if they don't got no followers, no PFP, no bio, no content, just get rid of them. I don't want them here. They're not contributing, so let them go. Thank you, appreciate it.
Yeah. Be productive.
Now, did you have anything else you wanted to add? Because I got a bunch of people waiting, so I wanted to keep cycling through.
No problem. I was just going to hop on.
No, I wanted to give you the opportunity to talk, so go ahead.
No, I'm good. I've said what I needed to say, but thank you for letting me join.
Okay, absolutely. Thank you for coming on. Please visit us again.
Yeah,
no problem.
All right. Ren, you look amazing.
I just wanted to
flawless.
Thank you. I'm feeling pretty fabulous. I know, right? It's crazy what joy can do, to your complexion. It really is. No, I'm doing amazing. I just wanted to check in with you guys, and then I'll hop out, how I do, so that I can listen. I got to send these emails. Right. We have a situation already. There's a lady that's off her meds or something, had to have the police show up just so that we could start getting some documentation of it. And what I just witnessed was insane. Not anything I'm not used to, but she is absolutely insane. It was interesting. So things are popping off already. This is my 2nd week and I have been killing it and doing really good. And I also, through my other business that I had started at the beginning of the year, I went ahead and I got my EIN number. I got a business bank account, and I have already sent some bids for cleaning jobs. and I've already gotten paid for one and deposited my first business account.
Love it.
Like, did it. So yeah, so I have like my own business that I'm doing like some stuff on the side. I still am doing the karaoke once a week, and then, you know, certain like gigs. I had a birthday and a wedding and stuff to do. And still doing DoorDash just in between because I'm still waiting on checks to come in, you know, and I kind of need money like now, like gas to like get to work and stuff. But yeah, I'm killing it. And I already got to tell Jen, my roommate, that starting this next month, I will be able to pay all of the household bills on my own. So Jen can essentially retire. She is just taking care of my kids for me and staying home. And I am the breadwinner.
Awesome.
I love
I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Wonderful.
Love to hear it.
Thank you. It was just a lot to type in the comments. So I really appreciate your guys' time for celebrating these things with me, because do you need another Jen? I need many Jens. Like, I need so many Jens. I finally joined your Discord.
That part.
I saw that.
Thank you. I will admit that there is, so there's roofers working on the apartments right now, and like one of them's really cute. So of course I had to like show up looking all cute in the property. And then also when I'm door dashing, there's this guy at Denny's, one of the cooks that I totally like simp for. And so I have to look really good. Like when I walk in and then I look in and he peeks out from the kitchen and I give him a little wink, you know, and stuff. And it's just cute. And I just love it because it makes me feel great.
Not the Denny's cook family.
Hey.
I know, right? Hey, look, I am happily self-partnered, but it's also a poly relationship.
Fantastic.
I can be a hoe, and I enjoy being a hoe. So, you know,
sometimes
it's hoe season.
Let your freak flag fly, fam. I'm with you.
Yes.
Is he tatted? Like, do we need
it's nice.
A lot of times chefs are tatted.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, he's got a beard too. Like he's one of those, like he's got the dad bod and a beard, but he just has that like BDE about him, you know, where you're just like, dude. Yes. Come on, man. Stop sleeping with pro-life men. No, I don't.
Yeah,
I don't. Nope. Only feminist men get this. And you know what's funny is I definitely do. I'm not like trying to be full of myself, but I get checked out. Okay, so I'm getting checked out by all these like dudes where I'm just like, I love it because I get this look and I'm just like, honey, I wouldn't let you touch me with a 10-foot pole. Okay, is that patriotic tattoo you got on your arm right there? Red flag. All right, get the hell away from me.
Red flag.
Yeah.
Right. I hear that.
So funny. Okay, I love you guys. I'm going to let you get back to the serious conversations. But I do want to be in recovery stuff, and I'm talking like strategic planning. That's where I want to go on Discord. Just let you know, Jones, I got ideas. Okay, that's why I came.
Hey, listen, we love to hear.
Not just a pretty face, man. I'm a fast bitch. All right, love you guys.
Fam.
So first of all,
sleeping with hoteps. Hey, yo, Cassia, facts on facts on facts. Stop sleeping with hoteps.
Stop sleeping with the motherfucking hoteps. Don't nobody want that shit.
No.
I'm sick of hearing their asses. I'm sick of it. On this TikTok, they the ones that, Mr. Jones, they are the reason why I'm going back to therapy. They are. Not me. It's them.
It's the hotep?
Yes.
Hold on, but guys, hold on a second. Let me give Classy an opportunity to speak. They've been waiting so patient.
Oh, you're fine. Listen, I'm a guest in your live, and when people are talking, I sit back and listen. You know how I roll.
I appreciate you.
First and foremost, I have to give you like the biggest props, because when you were in that live, the amount of grace you were giving, and there's a lot to be said when people are hosting lives with those types of conversation and the views that person had, that you're only letting people in the box, women specifically, who are aligning and co-signing with what you're saying, right? Because I noticed the trend that every time a woman came in the box who kind of went against the grain, it was an immediate drop or,
Yeah.
you know, type of argument to where like they felt intimidated. And let's be honest, women, we can feel intimidated pretty quickly, right? Especially when you're being attacked by 3, 4, 5 men. But you did great. You hit a lot of points that they did not want to hear. I actually had requested to join because, you know a little bit about my background. You know, I'm a trust fund kid and I have lots of generational wealth. But when I met my husband, who is, he's part Hispanic and he's part Black. I remember the first time I met his mom and we went to her house and we walked in and he was immediately like served the food. Like she cleaned up after everything he did the entire visit. And it sparked a conversation with us. And I asked him, I said, in this relationship, what is my role to you?
Mm-hmm.
And what are the expectations? Because, when you're first getting to know someone, you want to know what those roles that they were referring to are. That way you can make the decision to stay, right? So it's good to have those conversations in the beginning. And, he didn't initiate, I want somebody that's like my mom. But, he used to, as he grew up, that the women stayed at home with the kids and, the husband worked, etc. And I says, well, is that the expectation or the tone? I said, because I also grew up like that, except I was the girl in that home, meaning I was groomed to cook, clean, take care of kids.
Right.
So it seemed like the perfect match. And we actually did it that way. And again, yes, I'm a trust fund kid, but when me and my husband first met, I didn't have the access to the trust fund. I had to be a certain age, so on and so forth.
Oh, gotcha.
We fell flat on our face doing it that way. Like flat on our face to a point of homelessness, had like negative bank accounts. I was constantly calling my dad begging for money. My money that was, a part of my trust fund.
Mm-hmm.
And for us, it failed because I had the brains and he had, he was the person that could always be front and center to get things done. And when it finally clicked for us, we're now sitting on the top of the world. But it wasn't because I had a role of staying at home with the kids. It's because I had the role of using my education and, whatever it is that I've learned. And he was the person that was front and center, was, personable with people, could interact with people. And even to this day, now, yes, I do have the most money in the marriage, right? I have the most, I guess, monetary value.
Mm-hmm.
But we're both on an equal playing field. Like he'll walk through the door and he sees that I'm dog tired from, doing Excel spreadsheets and working in this. And he'll just do the dishes for me, or he'll vacuum, or he'll clean the bathroom, or he'll give the kid the shower and do the homework. Like
right.
The expectation that there's a certain role that has to be played in order to achieve success, right? And when I left the live, he had a bunch of single women. And what I think part of what they're forgetting is a lot of this is generational, right? Women don't want to be masculine and don't want to take the lead. We naturally want someone to take care of us. But when our entire lives we've had to fight or we've had to be the masculinity in our lives, what other way is there, right? It's like trying to unlearn something that's been indoctrinated into you your entire life.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's the big piece of the puzzle. And he's trying to advocate for the Black community, which, that is amazing, but you're sending the wrong message to
right.
women who are wanting something different. They're not necessarily disagreeing with you, but you're talking about something that almost doesn't exist. I would love to be a fly on the wall in his household. What is he?
I don't think that he's in a relationship.
I couldn't imagine myself if I was his wife. No offense. Wouldn't be me.
Yeah.
Wouldn't
Cassia,
be me.
what's going on? What you got to add?
Did you see when I came up after you?
Oh, today again?
No, after the live. I went up right after you.
Yeah, yesterday, because I was just live with him again.
Yeah, that was yesterday, yeah.
No, today. I was live with him today.
Again?
Again, yes.
you got on him again?
Because Juju sent me the live. It was like,
oh damn.
Yeah, exactly. And so I was like, all right.
So what I missed today? What did I miss? What did I miss today then?
I put him and his friends on a leash and took them for a walk.
Oh damn! Nobody did send me that. Disaster girl. I'm mad at you.
For a lot longer this time.
I didn't know about that. I wasn't there for the second week.
No.
I should have been.
I didn't see the second one. I saw it yesterday because I came up yesterday. I don't know if y'all saw me. Oh, they kicked you too? Oh, they're emotional.
Yeah, that's what I said. Super emotional.
Yeah. So I was there yesterday though, and I was being intersectional, obviously.
Yes, absolutely.
And I was saying,
I saw that. I watched everything that you had to say yesterday.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I'm trying to like understand where their mindset coming out, right? But it was so ironic, all the Freudian slips that was coming out. Like, for instance, one of the ladies was like, well, we're not trying to put y'all in a box or whatever. I'm like, but this is what you're doing though. Intent over impact. You're putting women in a box. And then after that, it was what else did they say?
I got back on again after you. I came back onto my backup account. I got back on again.
You
after
did?
You yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. Yep.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Okay, I left after that because I was like, this is too much.
He didn't post that part though. But the
funny thing posted
is, the funny
videos
thing is,
too?
I guess he thought, I don't know what he thought I don't know what flex. My man must not have very many friends or very many followers that say anything other than what he says, like regurgitate the same information back to him. But I don't know why he thought it was a good idea to post that video about me.
Because he wants to spin the narrative. It's their tactic when they find out that they're being cornered. They want to pull back and make it look like they're the dominant one. Like if you find any indication that this man has submitted to an idea or has been challenged, they have to reassert their dominance. So that's a manipulation tactic. It's for his followers to keep up with him. Because if they come to you and they be like, oh, he's a logical thinker or whatever, guess who loses? Him, the one that has the platform.
Right.
So that's what
it's
a tactic.
Made him look bad. Like he got served, and then
but he ended up looking
bad. I told Jones, you gotta download that and repost it yourself. Just steal
who he is. Like, you can't bring a valid conversation or try to insinuate that you're having a valid conversation when you're cutting people down, like you had said about the box, like people that weren't agreeing with him. Like that, you can't hold value to conversations and expect people to co-sign with what you're saying.
Yeah. And like literally all types of other large creators are reposting the video, you know what I'm saying, showing me walk the dog on him. Like, was he trying to cancel himself? I don't know how this works out. I don't know what the end game was. I really don't. But look, because I designed a shirt specifically. Because I designed a shirt specifically for him, I'm going to keep promoting it. Link is in the bio. Go get you a 1/2 inches matter shirt for the short king. Go get you one.
Wait, he's short too? He's a short king?
Go get you a 1/2 inches matter shirt for the short king.
Are these shipping like soon?
Yeah, look, they're in the store now. They're available. They're hot on the presses.
Listen, my vacation is less than a month, and me and my whole family are going to be
ready to go.
Wearing them. You have kid sizes? Well, no, because he's an adult. He's an adult small, so yeah, that'd be good.
Listen, Mark, I will wear that shirt.
Hey, look, there's even some shorts. There's some basketball shorts with that on the leg.
No way.
That's
okay, I want the entire set for all three of us. We're going to post up at the pool and just look real awkward. Real awkward.
I need to see that video because you get more followers simply because of his dumbass video. So I gotta see it. What did he post?
I went through the comments. A couple people were like, "What is that?" And I just dropped it. I was like, "Get him up."
Oh, he's not getting the responses that he wanted. That's why he had 1 people in the box his whole entire time, because if he knew that he was gonna open up the panel like like that, he was gonna lose control. And people like that like to be in control. And any indication that they're out of control, shit like this happens. And that's why he posts a video of you to try to put that narrative that he's in the control one. He's the one that's in control. That's messed up.
I mean, he tried it.
You know what was messed up?
He tried
was that one thing I peeped in his conversation. He's like, I don't have time for compassion. With my previous partner, when she got depressed, I wasn't compassionate at all. And I was like, damn, that sounds cold-hearted.
It really is.
The person you're with, you probably made them depressed. And your reaction was to just psychologically discard right there. Wow.
But see,
no
here's the thing, right?
Basic psychology.
But here's the thing, right? And I've said this so many times. Like, look, there's something to be said about being self-aware. I have failed, you know what I'm saying, many, many times in my life, in many, many ways. I'm talking about all types of fucked up.
I'm gonna drop.
Okay. All types of wild things that I've done, you know what I'm saying, that I look back at and I'm like, man, I can't even believe I did that. That's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is absurd. Like, bro, what are you doing? Right? And I've gone through copious amounts of therapy because I think everybody run along, move around. I'm good over here. Move around, friend. I mean, don't care at all.
Hi, Jones. Hi, Disaster. Yeah, because I seen you in that live yesterday, and I was watching that full live on Disaster, and Cassia was talking about it last night as a person in the disability community, and Jones, you've probably seen me talk about it before. That literally broke my heart as a disability community, and then what that woman said, literally she dumped a person because they have a disability. That broke me. Like, it broke me in two as a disability person. Hi PYT, love you too. Yeah, and I was so mad that he kicked you out because we all love you, Jones. And again, what your family's going through is wrong. It's disgusting, and I hope you are staying safe.
Doing our best. I actually sent them, you know what I'm saying, to go stay at another place after Thursday. Plus, it kind of worked out because the air conditioning was acting funny, but it's all fixed now. But anyways, yeah, I mean, listen. I this isn't my first rodeo. I've never lived my life in a manner that everybody else accepted. And I'm not
though I'm on the other side of the world. I have so much respect for you. Even though I'm on the other side of the world, I have so much respect for you, John. Just as a person.
I appreciate that.
I do. Yeah. And I seen you telling your wife's story about what she did when she was 18 and 9/11. That was amazing. Strong ass woman.
Definitely. Well, Kelly, I'm gonna swap you out because I want to let Bree up real quick.
Yeah.
All right.
Again, thank you again.
Yeah.
Jones.
I'll drop you, Jones.
Oh, sorry. She already swapped out, but you can if you want to. You don't have to stay here. You know, I don't feel like you're held hostage. I mean, I love you. I would like for you to stay, but if you don't want to, you don't have to.
I'm staying.
Hi, Bree.
What's going on? Okay. She didn't want to talk to me. She said, I'll leave. She said, fine, I'll leave.
I'll take a hit.
I mean, listen, you know, Canadians always come in here with some wild shit anyway, so.
Coming in hot, you know?
Always. They always come in here with wild nonsense. So.
Yeah, but even for me, last night in that live, it was ableist in here. I couldn't breathe. It was just like, we are only the value of physical servitude functions. And I was like, it's too ableist in here for me.
Right.
I couldn't handle it.
No, I mean, that like I said, I mean, we talked about this earlier. if you don't have compassion, how could you possibly think that you're going to build any type of relationship? And for you to say in public, oh, I don't have time for compassion. Well, the shit, you don't have time for a relationship.
They also didn't value themselves. Like that was like wrapped up together. Therapy. In fact, one woman was like, oh yeah, like people in the comments were like, because she was like, yeah, I do everything, I'm submissive. And then the guys in the comments like, yeah, like your partner must really value you. And she's like, not really, I'm like 300 pounds. And I was just like, oh my God, my heart is breaking. Stop, please.
She said that about herself. I feel uncomfortable. And I was like, this is a dark place.
That was a gut punch. My God.
To herself. And I was like, I don't want to, I mean, I want, it made me feel really bad.
Shit. I feel really bad now.
Yeah.
And see, that's the problem, is that he's co-signing, you know, like there's so many women that are co-signing to this, and they're genuinely believing that is their worth. I'll tell you, after we lost our daughter, I felt ugly. I got really skinny, and I was not the person that I had met my husband 10 years ago, right? And I came up to him one day and I said, if you want to leave me to pursue someone more beautiful, someone who can connect with you, who's not depressed and crying all the time, I would be okay with that. He got so angry with me that I even muttered the words, right? And obviously therapy and things have significantly changed. But you genuinely have women who are going to co-sign to what he's saying because of the worth that they view themselves as. And it's very dangerous. And the fact that woman said that shows the danger behind this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. I just want to address this comment. I'm all in my feels because my boyfriend and I just had this discussion yesterday, and he said if I can't move, if I can't do the chores, maybe I should move out. You absolutely should move out.
Move out.
Yep. Immediately.
Get some boxes.
The sooner the better. As fast as you can. Are you packing now?
And if you're young, your good young years doing chores for a not fully grown person, I don't know your age.
And listen, it can be that. See, and this is why I'm so adamant about building this community. This is why I'm so adamant about building this community. Women and anybody that's in a relationship, you know what I'm saying? Man, woman, non-binary, what have you. Everybody should have the ability to leave if they want to. Everybody should be able to just go. Nobody should feel like they are a prisoner in a household or a relationship, ever.
And Sarah, you're a part of a community that is going to be full of support, unlike, the other live. And feel free to add me, Mr. Jones, all of us. And if you ever need help or resources to get you out of that situation, this community will help you in any way we can, even if it's someone to talk to, even if it's resources local to you. That's the beautiful thing about parts of TikTok, is that you develop these communities. So you have people who are here in any way that we can help you. And that's the support you should be getting in your partner, and you're not. And that's scary because, as someone commented, it gets worse. It doesn't get better than this.
Yeah. What's up, Bree?
I swear to God, if they don't shut the fuck up.
Well, nobody told you to live in Canada.
Yeah, my bad. I should just move. You're starting to sound like them. Just move.
Just move.
You don't like it? Then move.
You don't like it? Get out.
Oh man.
Oh, God.
But yeah, no, it is tough to leave relationships even when they are not good for you. I was just today watching Bad Vegan. It's a great documentary about a story of Sarma. I forget how to say her last name, but Sarma essentially was the owner of Pure Food and Wine, so like the raw vegan restaurant and everything.
Okay.
And ended up in a relationship that was abusive and ended up being like financially stolen from like she gave him about 1.7 million over time.
Oof.
Yeah. And it's like people think like, why don't you just leave? And it's like, it's so much deeper than that. It's psychological. It's something else.
Yeah. That's wild.
And I think that there are some things that make us feel more caught up. And I definitely think one of those things is intermittent reinforcement. Somebody who can give you like 100% awesomeness at times, and then when they pull away, and then you're kind of always trying to get back to that spot. Like, wait, can I mess up? Like, and it's just like a hamster wheel that leads nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah. Classy. I'm gonna go ahead and swap you out.
Anybody can fall onto it. It's not.
I'll DM you later. All right.
Yep.
But nah, you're right. But like there has to be, and this is why I keep saying, if you want to fix the problems that exist, you know what I'm saying? Not just my focus has to be, you know what I'm saying, to Black America, you know what I'm saying, to trans Black people and the lowest common denominator, disabled, you know what I'm saying, Black people and things of that nature. Like that has to be the basis of our focus, you know what I'm saying, or of my focus. And when it comes to like rebuilding the country, obviously indigenous people would have to be the basis of that focus, right? But in order to do that, we have to find out or figure out ways to unify and ways to, you know what I'm saying, coalesce on the idea that we are stronger together, period. You know what I'm saying? And daddy white supremacy and capitalism does everything it can, you know what I'm saying, to foster a environment where that's not possible. And until we can start deconstructing, you know what I'm saying, from all of these social constructs that we've been indoctrinated with, and come together and accept people just for the mere fact that they're another human being, we are literally destined for failure. I mean, quite literally.
And I think previously the word community was something that meant the people in your immediate proximity and the relationships you had with them. And I think with these inventions and technology and the internet, maybe we can redefine even what community means.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who is your community and who you can rely on. And maybe it's not geographic. Maybe it's interest-based or something like that.
Yeah.